I'm really excited to be here at Service Dealer 2018 at the conference today. We have the Mean Mower team from Honda, and this is a thing of beauty, engineering beauty here, being modelled by Jess, the racing driver for the Mean Mower team. And we're also joined by James Rogers, the team manager of Honda's British touring car team, and the test driver and number one technician, Craig Smith. So I'd like to ask you a few questions about Mean Mower, because to have a racing lawnmower is pretty cool. So, James, can you tell us a little bit about it?
So yeah, we were approached by Honda UK just over a year ago to make a new Mean Mower for them, and it intrinsically had to look like a lawnmower. So it's got the same bodywork on as a standard HF2622, but what we've done is we've totally re-engineered it. It's got a Honda Fireblade motorcycle engine in, with around about 200 horsepower, and everything underneath is bespoke with titanium exhaust and a lot of motorsport equipment on there, in order for it to be fit for purpose. And the aim with it is to exceed 150 miles an hour. Wow. and gain a world record in the process. So it's certainly interesting.
I'm sure. So Jess, you get to drive this and race this around. Could you tell us a bit about what you've achieved with Mean Mower this year?
So we've done a lot of development with the mower so far. Craig's done a lot as well. We've recently managed to get the flat shift working, which in development we were losing a lot of time under gear changes. So we've cancelled that problem out. There's been a few little teething problems that we've had previously as well, which are all now resolved. And thanks to Craig and the guys at Team Dynamics and Honda, she's now ready for the record attempt.
Fantastic. So, Craig, you've been involved with the sort of technical side of things. What were the greatest challenges that you've had to overcome in the design?
So, the problem with building things like these mowers, we haven't really got anything to compare it against. All we've got to go off is previous record holders. But the trouble is, there is no set way of building these things. Mm-hmm. So they're all totally different. So this has got an engine out of a Honda CBR. It's 1000cc, sequential gearbox. It's bespoke chassis, but the trouble is there's nothing else like it, so we've got no benchmarks. So we've recently we've competed against an NSX, which is the first sort of real-time thing that we've had to place it against, and it's fared pretty well against it, but we can make it better. But we have problems like Jess has just said about the gear shift to start with. Gear shift wasn't working right, but now we've got flat shift working, which actually makes the thing safer, because it means that Jess can drive with a foot flat out on the throttle, doesn't have to use a clutch, so she doesn't have to change gear at 135, 140 miles an hour. So it's not a problem anymore. So it's things like that, just dialing little problems out.
That's amazing, and I can't imagine going at 135 miles an hour on a lawnmower. So it's quite a mean feat. James, were there any real breakthrough moments in the process when everything really clicked into place for you in the design of Mean Mower?
We've done an awful lot of testing with the mower, and I think we've hit milestones all the time. So the first milestone was literally running it for the first time, seeing it move. That's all. When you create something from scratch, the first time it moves is a breakthrough. You then find a lot of problems, so you go back and, as Craig and Jessica have said, you have to start reworking them. I think running at Brands Hatch Circuit in October, doing some demonstration laps was a breakthrough, and then the final breakthrough was really this Monday when we were testing on a runway near Silverstone, where we got everything hooked up together in terms of a flat shift, which allows you to keep your foot hard on the accelerator, not use a clutch and just select the next gear. And so Craig ran it up to quite a high speed with that, and it's sort of gratifying when Craig comes back and everything works as it should. And we said, right, well, we're sort of done now. We've just got to go faster and harder than anyone's gone before. But so yeah, it's and then that'll be another breakthrough moment when we can say we've done it, and then we can put it in the corner and not use it again, because it is quite scary. Watching it's bad enough, never mind, I think, being sat in the seat. I think, Jess, you've driven a lot of fast things, but how fast do you think it is in real terms?
I'd say perhaps the fastest thing that I've ever driven, especially now with the flat shift.
Yeah.
Especially 0 to 100, it's certainly the fastest thing that I've ever driven.
Wow.
And I've driven some amazing cars, so and single seaters, including Formula One, and it stands up to that.
Really, wow, that's quite something. So I think you've given us a bit of an inkling already, and you mentioned that you want to beat some of the boundaries. What is the challenge, and what is next for Mean Mower?
I think the next thing is if we can get a weather window and a good venue, is to get the world record for the fastest mower. It currently stands at just over 132 miles an hour.
Wow.
Our aim is to beat that. We'd like to beat it significantly. The mower's capable, but with anything pushing the boundaries, we've got to have the right weather, we've got to have the right surface. Everything's got to come together for us to be able to do that, and do that in a controlled and as safe as possible manner, really. And then try and put it beyond reach,
Brilliant.
so that it signs it and seals it up for a long time to come.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for bringing this machine along today and coming along to be able to talk to our guests at Service Dealer. This is absolutely fascinating. I can't even begin to imagine how it feels to be in the driver's seat, because I'm a complete wuss. I've been on one of the fastest roller coasters in the world, and that was enough for me. So driving a lawnmower is pretty impressive. So best of luck with your challenge. I'm sure you're going to break the record, and thank you so much for your time.